And now for a quick figure drawing review. Okay, so it came to my attention that some people were having trouble getting in and out of the meetings today. So I want to do a quick drawing update. We drew mini-me's. So you were creating a miniature version of you that we're going to use in class to do some different activities and things like that. So what we did and how I started off the drawing in class was I had everybody draw an oval at the top and two ovals smaller at the bottom. Okay, so this is going to be your head and your feet. This just ensures that you have a nice size body that we can see on the camera, and everything in between. Then we used the letter U for our neck and drew a nice straight line across for our shoulders. That's probably a little too wide for me, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and make my triangle shape for the top of my body. This is my chest. So if you look at my virtual Bob here, my little mannequin here, he's got this top part and this bottom part, and that makes it so we can bend and things like that in the middle. That's our waist. So what we're going to do is add the bottom half of our triangle down here, and that's going to be our bottom. That's what we use when we're doing our don't sit on your tail tiger squats. And then we're going to add our legs. So our legs are going to just connect to our feet down here. That'll get us all the way stretched down to the bottom. The problem is that we do not want spaghetti legs. No spaghetti legs. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add, we can add this sort of letter A here. That's a little off center, but that's okay. I can fix it later when I add my details. And then I'm going to add my spaghetti arms, but I can't leave them spaghetti arms because there's no spaghetti arms. Now, if you want to get really fancy, you can bring your other line here and make your elbow. So we can have 1, 2, there's my hand on my hip there. So now I have my arm is bent, or I can have my arm straight out like this, turn it into a rectangle. And then I'm just going to add a half circle or an oval and then a mini oval to make my mitten hands, because we're going to be cutting these out. So having those mitten hands just makes it a lot easier. And then all I need to do is add details and color. You're going to add details to your figure to make it look more like you. Add some things that you like. Once you're finished, you can erase the old pencil lines from the figure drawing that we created together. And then you can use any kind of art materials that you have available to add color. I decided to use Sharpie marker and watercolor. Once you're finished adding color, you're going to cut out your mini self-portrait, and then you can add a stick to the back of it. Maybe a stick you find in your backyard, or an old chopstick, or a dowel rod, or maybe you have an extra pencil you're not using. Any of these will work, including a popsicle stick, and then bring it to class with you next week. I can't wait to see your mini self-portraits.